Welcome, welcome, welcome. Whether you're listening on the app, on the radio stream, or you're listening or watching the videos on social media, welcome to CSHR Radio's Tuesday night random happenings, where we are currently missing the host of tonight's show. He evidently is lost in traffic.
Yeah. Traffic. Watch him be
Yeah,
on here in the comments in 10 minutes. Just kidding.
man, if he
He'll
get
be
on
here when
these
he gets here.
if he get on these comments before getting in this stream, I might pop a gray hair tonight. Like, bro.
Oh, he's done it a few times.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I can't be there. Comes to the comment section and harasses us.
Well, Trevor, no, he said he was on his way. This was his idea. This was his brainchild.
That's
So
okay. We're just pirating it again.
I pirated station again. Ooh wee. I have no clue what we talking about tonight. Hence why it's gonna be really a random happenings. I ain't got no clue what's gonna happen tonight. I just am behind the controls and hit the live buttons and the broadcast buttons. Still looking to see if there's any word from tonight's actual host to see where he's at.
Mr. Harshmed. It's okay. Every time any of these lives get done, he all of a sudden turns it into somebody else's harsh reality.
This is. I am just manning the controls.
We've been dying of heat up here, so I haven't been paying attention to anything.
We're getting ready to go into peak weeks. So it's kind of like that end of the year prime stuff, but like it's just 2 quick weeks. Yes, here we are. Where Harsh is, we don't know yet.
Well, funny enough, our prime weeks of summer are usually beginning of August. August is usually the hottest of the summer.
I can't tell you when it usually is. I just know this year it's July. And then I know it'll be like peak is like they said from like Black Friday to like the middle of January. Which I don't mind that because I got a trick. See, last year I didn't really have no type of PTO to take for New Year's Eve. So like that was a rush trip to New York. This trip, oh yeah, I'm about to catch some hours and stack up some PTO real quick. I'm taking like a whole week off. Quit playing with me.
I don't have any PTO. I got none.
So like, all right, ours is weird. Like, so for like every 25 hours, you get like an hour of PTO.
Well, they pay ours out every paycheck to us, so it doesn't even accumulate.
Oh yeah, no. See, I need mine to stack.
I'm irresponsible with my money, so I need it to stack too.
Like, okay. It's crazy because dead honest, this is like the first time in my life I actually for real have paid time off. Like, okay. When I took the promotion at Taco Bell to being a manager, like I had just be past my being with them like for a year mark to start getting my paid time off when I left. Same thing with Wingstop. I had just got my PTO when I left Wingstop. Like both of them jobs, you had to be there a year before you could even start getting PTO. So it was like I got here and was able to start earning PTO on day one. But what I really did so far is I kind of used like PTO to set offshoot some of the days I was on standby. That was kind of like how I was offshooting my standby days, was using PTO.
Oh,
Dude, Hoey, what kind of job you got, bro? You get 176 hours a year and 7 hours every check for 6 months. What kind of job you got? I need something like that. Oh no. Does that sick time stack up? Like, tell me that that accumulates.
Dude, if they would have accumulated mine, I would have had quite a bit. I would have, like, not had to pull out my EI, like, my employment insurance over the winter when we were off, and, man, I'd have my paid time off this summer already.
So listen, a lot of people, I mean, that I talk with, say that, Josh. They say that they don't use PTO. I'm gonna keep it a bill 50 with y'all. I am glad to finally hit somewhere where I can get PTO because child support take almost 200 a paycheck from me, just a little bit under 200, but every paycheck they take and they cut. So, hey, I need that PTO sometimes because I can't afford to be off and not get paid for real. Dude, bro, where do you work at, Hoey?
He says, I'm a plumber for a state university.
That that's crazy. Just think about that. You can cap vacation time at 304 hours. Do the math. Hold on. Even 8 hours a day. 8 hours a day, 24 is 3. That's 6, 4. That's like 38 days. That's like shit. Eesh. A 38-day vacation. 30, like, that's like a 50-day vacation that you get paid for. That's like it's almost a 2 months. That's a trip around the world and you get paid. That'd be dope.
I don't know. I used to not use my PTO. Why am I echoing?
You're not echoing on this end.
Yeah, but
Oh
I
no.
can hear it. Sometimes it comes and then it goes. Um, but no, I used to save mine up because I liked the payout at the end of the year, or I wasn't able to use it. But I definitely like having the ability to bank PTO, like paid time off. Love it.
So leaving Wingstop actually high end. I'll keep it a buck 50. Leaving Wingstop and the circumstances with how I left Wingstop and like how everything played out, I'll, I'm not interested in that. Like, I'll bank PTO to use, you know what I mean? Like, I bank it to use to move with, you know what I mean? To jug with. So, like, for example, when I went and played in Milwaukee that night, I used PTO that day so I could go play. It'd be like, all right, I'm gonna use PTO and it'd be go take a road trip to DJ. I'll bank my PTO like that, but like to plan on leaving somewhere with, no. And the reason for that is because when I left Wingstop, I had like just under 40 hours of PTO and they did not give it to me. They hit me shrewd, even though I gave them a 2 week notice. They said that I needed to put in for that PTO a month ahead of time. Like, I didn't know a month ahead that I was going to find a different job. Matter of fact, that job called me out the blue.
They technically still have to pay it out to you though with your paycheck.
They did not. They actually, it's not surprising. I'll be honest. I very quietly dealt with like some stuff that like I ain't never dealt with any job. Like that job, besides Taco Bell, was probably like some of the worst management I've ever seen with money. Dead honest. It was crazy. I mean, like between them and Taco Bell, like I ain't never like think actual businesses would ever be that blatantly horrible with money. But yeah. Yeah, and that's how they got me because like I disputed the crap out of that. Like I ain't even gonna lie, I put up a fuss about that, and they real live like dug in the handbook and was like, "Oh yeah, PTO must be requested 60 days, 30 days in advance." Like I don't get that though. Like I can get it like to take it, but if I find another job and I give y'all a 2 week notice, give me my PTO. YOLO though. We got
Yes,
hold
David, it's live.
on. So if we got subtitles, that is a setting on Harsh's end that I do not know nothing about.
No, and Facebook does it too. Like if you're watching it from Facebook, you can toggle them on and off, and they'll just auto generate for you. At Quaker. When Hoey worked at Quaker, they changed the attendance policy because him and the boys planned out their 3-day suspensions. Yeah.
I'm trying. Oh, nice. The subs are spot on too.
I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
ours have covered like what happens with our stuff is governed at the end of the day by the labor standards in our country. So like if a company doesn't pay out your vacation pay or whatever, you just go to labor standards and they take them down.
I was heated when I seen that like that crap in the handbook. Like that made me mad. I ain't gonna lie, but I got over it. That's why like I'll joke about like being like, oh, I'll go get my WIC job back, but I'll never go work for that wing shop again. I'll never work for that guy.
No, that's some bullshit. 100%.
See, I'm one of them type of people. Like I said, you'll be like, because child support take that cut out my check, I can't afford to just miss days off.
Right? I mean, I
Yeah.
pay mine on the first directly to maintenance, but
I mean, I probably should look at the PTO policy for my current DSP, but I'll be honest. Besides me just like leaving to because I find it like say I come across a job that pays better, I really don't foresee that being something I need to concern myself with. I mean, the job itself easy. For real, for real. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. It's got like its days that you're gonna work and have to hump it. You know what I mean, like any job, but for the most part, it's easy. It's just running around.
oh my
What?
god.
Hold on. Let me.
They're going wild in the comments.
So like my DSP, they pretty cool with it. I mean, like they even when I requested an unpaid day off, they was cool. They was cool about it. Hold on, real quick.
Well, the company I work for, they're not too bad about days off at all.
Hoey said, "Yes, I work for Quaker Oats as a forklift driver and production line supervisor. They
At
closed
forklift
shop
trainer.
6 months when I moved to trade life, not because of flooding. I had one forklift job, and like the plant manager we had was horrible. Dude
I
was
love
horrible.
my forklift job.
The job was cool. I had a cool. I worked with a bunch of people I knew. It was cool. Hoey said, I don't work until I got it." I'm crying. See, Hoey, that's how I know you ain't listening to Mike Jones growing up. You don't work, you don't eat, you don't grind, you don't shine. You got to work to eat.
Oh, God.
David, what does that mean?
Apparently he needs a drug test with forklifts.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's David. He's so much
Hoey,
today.
you you need help, bro. You need help.
Hoey happens, okay?
Please tell me that you don't drive around looking at the college girls till something breaks in the white van. Please tell me it's not a white van, bud.
Oh, it's a white van, and you
Please.
know it. David, for my job, I get tested a lot drug-wise. They test you for
so
every site, and I pass. I get on. I
so
smoke
it's
every
crazy.
Sunday with y'all.
Yes, David, they do drug test for Amazon. Though here in Ohio, this was a first for me because when the guy called me, I was like, "Hey, I smoke weed, bud." He was like, "As long as that's it, you're fine." And then the thing is like you don't have to worry about a drug test unless like you do something stupid and get in an accident. If you get in an accident, you're gonna have to go take a drug test.
It's a brown Chevy truck. He refused the van.
An S10? Is
No,
it
it's definitely not an S10.
an
You damn well know he ain't riding in that kind of style around there.
S10?
He wouldn't be here right now. He'd be getting grade A college pussy.
Man, look, go ahead, listen. Random me all you want. Random me all you won't. Listen, Ohio, the laws are weird here right now. Things are in a state of flux. And worst case scenario, I'm not usually doing my religious practices. It's how I communicate with my deities. Leave me alone.
What we don't do at work is our business, as stated here. They just
Bingo.
need to make sure that that's why I pass. And I don't have to use a drink. I don't have to use fake pee. I don't trick the test. I go in, I pee in the cup. They go, "Oh, you have THC in your pee. Can you stick this swab in your mouth?" It's the same as getting a breathalyzer. It's just making sure that I haven't smoked weed in the last 8 to 12 hours
Bingo.
to make sure I am sober right then and there. So if I have an incident, they're going to take a swab and a breathalyzer and they're going to swab and breathalyze me on site at that moment. I'm sober at that moment, or I've smoked out of a vape pen because I think I'm smart ass. Nobody can smell it, and I'm vaping at work.
Oh, we got a Silverado.
It ain't no GMC Sierra though.
Oh, Hoey, you ain't telling me nothing I don't know. I am 5'6" and 135 pounds. I've known that trick all of my life.
Yeah, but they can tell it's watered down, and they make you piss again. They test that here. People have tried that before, and they give you shit. They're like, no, that's watered down. That's a faulty test.
No, no, no. So listen, that's why for me, it's always the third piss. It's always the third one. Because the first one gonna be right away. Oh, you gonna guzzle that water. That first one gonna be right away. That second one, a couple minutes later, it's a creeper. That third one, golden pony boy. You darn right. I'm a skinny nigga and I'm team dark skin.
Yeah, see, I'm a chubby girl with a lot of fat content, so my fat cells store a lot of weed. I actually went and got one of those is the red drink, the detoxify that comes with the blue pill. I
Uh
followed
huh.
those instructions to a T. I still failed.
Dang. Speaking of following instructions to a T, Harsh Med, where are you?
I'm gonna start putting his face on milk jugs pretty soon.
The original message said I will be 20 minutes late, and we've
Attention
now had like
shoppers,
an hour and
attention
40 minutes
shoppers.
late.
We are missing our young child, Mr. Harshmed. Could you please bring him up to the customer service desk? HR would like to have a meeting with him. He's been
Goat milk
spotted
cartons.
building toilet paper forts in the toilet paper aisle.
Hoey said goat milk cartons. Hoey also said that he's about 20 pounds heavier than me and about 5 inches taller. All you tall people, man. See? All you tall people
I'm
out here.
heavier. I'm heavier and I'm shorter. Just kidding, I'm not heavier, but I'm shorter. But I'm pretty close.
I don't know.
I'm around that 150 mark, and it's kind of, yeah. I hold that weed in my body.
Hoey said he is a lanky individual.
That's not surprising. You drink beer and watch NASCAR. You probably only have a little bit of a six pack in your way.
Oh man.
Oh, he's the stereotype. Oh, we lost all of our viewers.
No, he didn't. Facebook just tripping on the count. Another left turn.
You do not have a six pack under there, David. A six pack of beer stashed underneath your poncho. Yeah.
It better be Corona. Don't come with no six pack and no bull. You gotta come with a six pack of Coronas.
What about MGD though?
About what?
What about MGD? What about
The
Coors
only people.
Banquet?
Okay, so I am just gonna say where I live at, the only people that drink MGD and Coors are like old enough to be my grandparents. So I ain't even gonna lie to you.
That's all. That's a lot of people drink that up here.
Made out. I'm pushing 40, so if they old enough to be my grandparents, they old. I just ain't never tried them because them beers strike me as old people beers.
They're really good. I don't like beer, and I'll even sip on those.
So like I've only in recent years gotten to like try different types of beers. Like for a long time, I drank like obviously stuff like Steel Reserve, you'll be Budweiser, Coronas occasionally.
You should see these old people rocking it on the quad around the park right now.
Like some years back, like some people introduced me to like lagers, and like the darker beers and stuff. So I be trying to, I be experimenting, but I be being careful with it because sometimes I didn't order some beers that I'm just like, whoa, what is this? Ice House.
House is house.
I don't even think I've ever heard of a beer called Ice House. I'm about to.
Oh, you're a king of beers guy, huh, Hoey? And you will only have it in cans because bottles break. I used to like Jaeger when I was like
Oh
20.
my! So many horrible
But I
memories.
prefer my whiskey. Right now, I have a bottle of Jim Beam Red Stag. It's delicious.
Jaeger bombs are so many horrible memories. Oh God, help me.
No, no, that's Hornitos. I blame Hornitos for my bad drinking days.
No, it was a lot. Jaeger bombs were just like I don't know. People were like going hard with them. Things were so gross. Like like I don't understand why we used to drink it like we did. Now, for me, if it's Crown, it's got to be Apple Crown. Apple Crown gang.
Ew, Crown Royal. Ugh.
Look. I'm gonna teach you two things: Apple Crown and a Budweiser, or Apple Crown and a Corona. You can never go wrong with. Now, if you like to get experimental, here's what you do: get you two double shots of Honey Jack, smack them with a shot of some Red Bull, twist and shout. No Hoey, no Apple Crown with no Mountain Dew. Apple Crown is only consumed chilled straight. You do not put Apple Crown in Mountain Dew. That
You're
is
talking to somebody
sacrilege.
that actually uses whiskey stones when they use their expensive whiskey. Crown
Oh,
new. Like I go
oh yes.
Jameson, Glenfiddich. Like I'm like a nice Scotch bourbon whiskey on the actual whiskey rock. Not ice.
Oh, Okay. So before I gained self-control, oh, look who shows up. Only for
25
an
minutes
hour
and
and
17
45 minutes.
seconds into it.
Harsh, I got something special for you, bud. Hold
Oh,
on.
no. Oh, no.
Hold on. Listen, just listen.
If you are here, it is because you have a fervent, unequivocal belief in teamwork. And if you wish to remain here, you better start believing in being on time.
Yeah, noted.
You knew that was coming. You knew that.
We'll see how long we're even doing these at this point. But no,
I had to talk some crap.
I'm just saying, But, yeah.
Welcome to the party.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party.
Oh man, it's great. It's great to finally be here to deal with all the nonsense. Who wants to hear a story? What have you guys been talking about so far while I was dealing with nonsense?
We
Oh,
are
we weren't
being
talking about
alcoholics
alcohol.
right now. We are being alcoholics right now.
That's good. In that case, I'll grab a tea or a beer or something. We'll see.
So listen, like I was saying real quick before Harsh
Marsh,
jumped in.
you can't stop the train at this point. CSHR will be live with or without you. Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's hope that's the case. All right. So, but Baja Blast tastes like Baja California. How the hell would he know what Baja California tastes like?
Okay, so I ain't even gonna lie, the best tasting drink I had, it was wild. This chick's mom used to like take Everclear and like 99 bananas and some strawberry stuff.
Jeez.
And but it went down so smooth.
So
Oh.
at the local bar we were at, one of my friends, when I was about 19, he got this drink made. It was called the Doyle. It was named after his last name. It was a big jug. First, you would take one of those Mike's Hard Lemonade, dump that in there. Then you'd go and get one of the what are those? Those little Bacardi breezers, the little ones. They'd put that in there, and then one of those blue Revs, put that in there, and then they'd put 3 shots of vodka in it, a Red Bull, and top all of that off with Mountain Dew. Yeah,
Hey, it's everybody disrespecting the Mountain Dew.
that's what they were making at this bar. It was $12 for the jug. And I'll tell you what, they got you really drunk, but the hangover from the amount of sugar and just nasty that was in it, yeah, so bad. Like you did not feel good the next day. Jeez, and I'm such a
David.
compared to
Oh, go
you
ahead.
guys, I'm such a simpleton. I feel like I was only drinking Everclear and Sprite as a teenager. Oh, as a teenager, I was drinking whatever the booter would go and get for me. Like I'd pay somebody,
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
get somebody to boot it for me. And it was usually like a bottle of rum or a bottle of whiskey. And we'd go to the local 7-Eleven and get a bunch of Slurpees. And we just pour the alcohol into the Slurpees and go for a walk. What we did as teenagers.
I was just smart. I had friends that were old enough. I had friends that were old enough to buy alcohol. So I just used to be like, hey, I want some alcohol.
Yeah. Oh, it worked. We were freaking hammered every single day by like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Mm. I do not want my child to have my high school experience. I do, but I don't because it was fun. But like I could have got such better grades. Yeah. It was a different era, that's for sure.
Like
Like
I
ecstasy was
definitely,
huge.
I don't know. Like I was an alcoholic like early. Like I did stupid stuff. Like I got caught one time. I spiked a punch in like high school and got caught. I spiked the whole come and punch away whole drunk and shit.
Harsh, what's that coffee kind of drink? David
Oh yeah,
wants to know.
Brangelico. That's what I drink. But sometimes I'll mix Brangelico, like a glass of Brangelico with a glass of Mr. Black, which is like an Australian coffee liquor, hard coffee, and I'll mix them together, put some ice in it, and then just keep drinking that. So that's probably about the only real cocktail I drink these days.
And Hoey's concerned about you. He says you look like you've had a rough day. Are you good, bro?
I'm good. I'm good. Now I'm good.
And David would like Hoey to be aware that no, that's just his hair.
David, your hairline's worse than mine. You're like a decade younger than me.
Hoey and David are not allowed to hang out because David, you are not a good influence on him, and Hoey is not a good influence on you. Step away slowly.
If those two hung out together, oh my god, those guys would like live in prison.
Yep, they would.
He said they would live in prison. You're cold-blooded.
I'm just saying, you have like the worst Irish stereotypes and the worst Polish stereotypes coming together. I mean,
How Harsh turned out.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that would be awful. Yeah, well, we know I'm an underachiever. That's nothing new. But yeah, Hoey and David getting wasted on that's just those two should not be allowed to hang out. That would actually be a crime.
Now I kind of want to get them together just to see Harsh's head explode.
I mean, I don't know which stereotypes would clash with which stereotype. Like you have the Irish and the Polish stereotype coming together, just causing chaos.
The link is in the management chat. Oh, David's not there anymore.
Hold on, let's send the
Dude, I did send the link to Hoey too because Hoey said to send it to him, so it's been in his inbox.
Let's send the resident Pollock a link to the show.
Is he going to show up and it's going to be all scratchy and he just dip off? Did you get better internet, David?
Well, we're gonna test that theory real quick.
I would rather listen to Hoey in his bathtub.
You know, Hoey is kind of hit or miss when he's drunk. Sometimes he's really articulate and uplifting. Other times he's just, a complete train wreck. Like, Hoey is very hit or miss.
No. I feel like somebody that really enjoys personal torture invented dentistry.
Now that I think about it, that sounds somewhat accurate. Especially especially the way they used to treat teeth back in the day. Yeah, that could be. I mean, sticking mercury in people's teeth because they have just because they need a root canal. I mean, yeah, that's pretty bad.
Now, I feel like you have to be some sort of seriously messed up individual to want to become a dentist. Like, you don't become a dentist to want to help people. I'm sorry, but you don't.
Yeah, but isn't that like every profession these days?
Well, these days, yes, but like when I talk to my daughter and she says she wants to be a nurse because she wants to help people.
No,
you don't hear people say, I want to help people. I'm going to become a dentist.
Well, that's true, but the problem is I know of people who said, "Oh, I want to help people. That's why I want to become a doctor." And then a few years into medical school, all of a sudden, it's just how much money they want to make. It's not even about helping people anymore.
At least dentists have always been honest. They've always been in it for the money. It's never been considered like a primary requirement for healthcare.
Well, I mean,
in Canada, it's not covered. Like your basic dental visit is not covered at all under healthcare. You have to pay for that.
Yeah.
You need healthcare to cover that.
Which is weird because so many like health issues can come from, the dental region. So
Yep. But dentistry is cosmetic surgery or cosmetic here. So
Yeah, that's how I treat it here as well. But that being said, a lot of people in the South Asian or East Asian community, they will straight up look at the medical industry as a way to make money and raise their level and have you know prestige, so to speak. But it's a mess. But it's so toxic, and that's why the systems are just atrocious. You know, but, that is what that is in regards to these situations.
I help people for free
So,
with information in my trade every day for free.
so what put you behind schedule today, Harsh?
Things that really caused all sorts of issues in the chats and in real life, but mostly in real life. So
Oh, sheesh.
yeah. Oh, he says harsh. It's a scam. Which is a scam? If you're talking about the medical industry, yeah, I'd say a lot of it is. But if you're saying
Oh,
other,
I was there twice actually.
I'm really not looking forward to these 2 weeks of Prime. My emails are flooded right now with offers with people talking about catch our Prime sales, catch our Prime time. Oh, God, help me. Everybody named Mama about to be trying to order from Amazon right now.
yeah.
Guess I got to earn my keep. Oh, Uncle Marcus, hello.
And nobody heard that. But no, that there's down like around, like when y'all get hit with Prime, that's close.
Oh my god.
What did he say?
I don't know, something about Amazon Prime.
When y'all getting hit with Prime and then he cut out.
Harsh,
I
it's a
know it.
scam.
Which is a scam. Like I said, if he's talking about the medical field, yeah, I would for the most part agree. But if he's talking about other stuff, then I don't.
I sent it to the condo.
But I mean, the whole thing is just a mess. It really is. And yeah, it's just. Yeah, I mean, people just have no hope for humanity these days. Speaking of,
Duh.
yeah, but speaking of, I remember we used to do live streams with Professor Fate about, Prof. Jonathan Close, aka Professor Fate, and I, and we would actually do readings where we would like read novels about how certain things are happening today when it comes to rights being violated, such as science fiction type things like or Fahrenheit 451 or Lord of the Flies, and those actually were fairly popular back in were fairly popular back in the day. I think Maxx was around for them,
Mm-hmm.
and I think maybe we should do that with we should do one of those readings on CSHR radio one of these days. I should be there in like a weekday or something.
Oh, what? A reading on what?
Like some of these like science fiction novels or some of these biographies.
Oh, okay. I'll sit in my little quiet corner.
Or
Right?
if it's Halloween, we could do
We can
the
talk Star Wars. I can talk Star Wars.
yeah, we could do that. If you have a novel or something from Star Wars.
There's lots of novels. It was originally novels.
I don't know, but I was saying like which one was one we could do a reading on, or if it's near Halloween, we could do we could do like things about the Salem witch trials and all that when it comes to reading some of those books too.
And Max, Harsh wants to start a book club.
Oh, that's what we had back in the day. Kind of. Like I said, Maxx has been on the page for what, 6 years? 6 years now? You've seen it all.
Oh yeah. Hoey, hello. What the crap? That's like the second person.
Yeah. I mean, I am starting to believe that about dentistry and medical, especially when they're so when they spend so many decades misleading the public. Oh, hello, Josef.
What's up?
Nothing much. I'm just glad to be here on this rainy Tuesday night.
It's still raining in Chicago. You guys like that fucking rain up there has ruined the 2 last races up there. I'm mad.
Yeah. Oh well, what can you do? That's why
Be a
people.
stereotype.
Which stereotype? We got 2 living stereotypes right now.
It's
The
dying
NASCAR
of
one.
heat up here. So like send your rain from Chicago to here. We take it. We'll trade you.
It might travel that way soon enough. Oh, the NASCAR. Oh,
It's been
NASCAR is weird.
it's
NASCAR used to.
I forgot about
been so
David, yeah,
fucking wet here. I'm sorry, Harsh. Go ahead.
no, like NASCAR's so strange now because like before NASCAR was just about stock cars and just Daytona 500 and having races in stadiums, and now they're trying to like have Formula One circuits with stock cars. It's just weird.
in the playoffs.
They only race
Are
on
you
like
kidding me?
5 street tracks. They have 1 street
Yes, we
track and
can
the
see
rest are
you, hear you, David.
actual road courses.
Right. Like I was surprised they didn't have this at the Chicagoland Speedway or something.
They
But I'm
race it.
actually
They used to. They used to race
yeah.
there.
But I'm more
Yeah, they don't
surprised
do-
that Formula One hasn't tried it. Because I mean that would be perfect for them. You have the Indianapolis 500 on Memorial Day weekend, but the month before you
Remember
have the
too,
having the
remember
city.
too, they used to have Chicago Motor Speedway over in Cicero,
Yeah. Yes.
and that didn't work out. They got rid of that, but they still have like dirt bikes and demolition derbies and stuff out at the Route 66, the Joliet one. But
Right.
they don't
Yes.
have NASCAR. It's like y'all built this track and it was decent, and now you're not going to use it.
Yeah.
Why would
Ah,
you?
it's the whole thing is strange.
Wait, that's
But
Owie?
that is Josef. Yep. 2 stereotypes in one show. Jackie, I don't know if the internet can handle this.
No, that's why I'm on that phone, because this
Why this
phone
is the
decided
harsh
to go
reality.
Yeah,
freaking-
that's a very
What the
good point.
fuck is he showing us? Okay,
the TC57.
your hacked
So-
phone.
Don't they give you this, Max, for DSPs to go ahead and deliver packages?
It's PSP. What is it? 2004.
DSP. The TC57.
No, they don't
Stratus.
give us that. What is that? Whoa.
You don't have-
PlayStation.
They tell you to get your own?
They give us a bootleg Motorola phone. What did you just have?
Motorola? This is the Zebra, the one that they use to scan inside the delivery station. Like
No,
that.
we don't got that.
They
No,
give you-
they give us a
Wow.
boot. Okay, so hold on.
Now
They give us
Max is
a boot-
now Max is
Max,
upset at his
I got one
office.
right here. Got one right next to me. No.
Hey, hold on. Do me a favor. Put him on the big screen and put that up on the screen because when I go into work Thursday, I'm about to ask why we ain't got these.
All right, David, this is for Max. Put it up again.
Zebra TC57. It's one of these scanner devices. They have them. Some team has them, but at a delivery station, these here are what they use to go ahead and like scan the packages when they're stowing. So for that, they use
what we
them
use,
to-
they give us these old bootleg Motorola phones. They're cell phones, bud. We scan it like with the camera and we do all that with a regular cell phone camera. But them,
We used to give
what
these.
is
These aren't much better though. So don't ask for these.
David,
17
unlock the
gigabytes.
screen. Show it again with the screen visible.
you said them suck?
I mean, is a cell phone, yes. Is an actual Amazon device, it's okay, but they have most of their stuff is web based. So it's like this. Turn it on. It looks like that. I mean, it looks like a normal cell phone. It's Android, right? And I just have the special charger on it. You could swap out the
The
batteries for the
phone, the screen is locked, David. The screen is locked. You have
That's
to.
okay. It was able to show it because it was so blocked out you couldn't really see the profile of the device.
Sure. If I unlock it, it just goes in my launcher, which makes people even more confused. I mean,
What the crap?
but
Oh
the
yeah, no. On
actual
second
ones,
thought, yeah, on second thought, yeah,
zero.
no, maybe we should just keep the bootleg Motorola's we got, because yeah.
Yeah.
Look at all the trouble I have, and I have like 4 or 5 of these things. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, them look cool, but now thinking about it, yeah, screw all that. Like, dead
they're good
honest.
for
Like,
certain.
so when we scan packages, like, I'll give you a great example. Today I was in a gas van, and the batteries on them Motorola's are total trash, bro. Them batteries die super quick. So what I'll do is when I get stuck in them situations, is I'll throw it either on like the portable charger, but while it's charging, I'll switch and I'll work off of my phone. You'll be all
You
using
shouldn't
the
have to
app,
do that.
everything is off my camera. You'll be like I scan my packages with my camera and everything.
But do they pay you for your phone?
That's the thing.
No,
Yes.
Then why are you using your phone if they're not paying you for it?
Oh,
because I'm gonna get my route done. Like if they give me okay, like I said, the Motorola's that they give us are trash, right?
Yeah,
So
I got a
they'll tell you.
Motorola phone on call phone. They are trash. They sold their fucking hardware to Google.
Yep.
So what they'll do, I'll be dead honest. Sometimes it's easier just to switch over and run 40 or 50 orders off of my phone while I let that phone charge versus fighting with that cord getting in and out.
I mean, it makes
For me,
sense.
it's
It gets your job done, but you need to bring that up to them.
Yeah, they should be
Time to be
paying
a
for that.
parent.
I get told that from working from home. Like, I mean, that's not right for you to actually have to use your own stuff in order to do that. No, that should be
okay. So
expensed.
listen,
Go to
listen.
Yeah,
confirm.
but that's a personal
I don't.
choice. He was given the
I,
choice and he chose
yeah,
to, like, I understand what he's saying because it's the same thing that I do. Like, there's
But
times
I'm
I'm
I
not.
not
choose to use
Listen.
my personal vehicle over a company vehicle.
Yeah, like I'm not
also have to
griping
sit there
about
with
when
their
like
phone.
when I use my phone because for me,
You should
I
be though.
don't want to. I for what I'm choosing. You want me
Why?
to be honest?
Because
I'm
they'll buy you
choosing
new
to.
shit, bro.
Hold on, listen. Hear me out. I choose to use my phone because I have a personal time frame that I work off of. I don't go every day and be like, okay, I got a 10-hour delivery window.
Makes
I'm gonna
sense.
keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a $1.50 with you. I try to be done in 8 hours every day. Like I have until 7:40 to finish. My last delivery. My goal every day is to be finishing my last delivery about 5:30.
I
I
understand
shoot
that.
for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
This is really red
I
flag. You're
understand
really
that. But at the same time, you're using your own data. Not that it
yeah.
costs you anymore. I'm old. I remember when you had to call me after 9 p.m.
Listen,
Yeah, I
if I
remember
bring
that
up the
shit.
fact that I'm using my phone and I broach that conversation, you know what they're gonna tell me? Quit using my
Use the
phone.
device provided. Use the
Use
device
the device
provided.
we give you. That's why that's why we give you a phone every day.
Well, tell them
Makes
to
So
give
I
you
sense.
one
can't
like that
can't
too, where you can swap batteries. I mean, you shouldn't have
and
to use your own device. Otherwise, what? You're going to sit there and let it charge for like 2 hours? Screw
no,
that.
Well,
okay.
he's
No.
saying, no.
Listen,
He's saying he only
listen,
uses the company device, but his own device when the company device is down or needs
so like
Yeah.
charged.
okay, so listen, normally like when I'm in an EDV, it sits right there,
Yeah.
it's boom.
EDV.
When I'm in a gas van, some gas vans only have one working charging port. Sometimes it charges weird. So what I'll do is instead of keeping it on the charger, I'll run it down. But watch this. Then I'll drop it because they give us a little portable battery pack. I just don't want the hassle of having to carry the battery pack, and moving it around, picking it in and up, getting it out the truck. So
Yeah.
what I'll do is I'll stay signed into the Mentor app on the work phone. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that way they're tracking, all of the tracking is going through the work phone. the work phone's still connected to my vehicle, so that's giving them all my speed data. But then I'm gonna hurry up and while
Again,
that's charging, run through off mine. You'll be like, if
that
I
does the
say
job.
something about it,
Same time.
yeah, it's me doing that to keep up with my pace. You'll be like, I
This is
actually
all you have.
finish early every day.
Make sure the chargers work. Flag it in here. Vehicle audit.
Y'all vehicle
Um,
If it
audit
gets red
screen look
tagged, they take it.
weird. Hold on, hold on. Let me see it again because y'all vehicle
Whoops.
audit screen different.
That's just the sign in. This is the one that driver trainers use when they go around.
Oh,
Yes,
oh,
vehicle.
you're a driver you're a trainer, bud?
I used to be. I told you that
That's
before.
dope.
But then it's also got like dolphin and stuff like that on here. But no, like
We
free.
quit.
That's the
So
thing though. Like yeah.
right when I first got hired, the DSP I worked for, they were switching away from Dolphin and they started using Mentor.
Okay, Mentor seems like the right one for the rabbit. Like Dolphin is mainly the one that they use to stow packages and problem solve packages at a delivery station. So like before you come into work, the people there all night leaving, like that's the app that they use. The vehicle audit was used when I was driver trainer, and they also had like 2 or 3 other ones on here. But yeah, obviously this one here was from Tom Team, so I mean it doesn't have everything on there. It doesn't even have yard manager, so it's like how are you guys using this? Like are you guys? But
Man, I don't know nothing about. Listen, I don't know nothing about the yard manager job. They work for Amazon. I work for a DSP. My DSP worked for Amazon. I'm subcontracted, baby.
Is anybody else
It's
confused right now?
Spence via concur.
yeah, I am.
Okay, just checking.
I got what he was saying. I got what he was saying. It was just
Welcome to Amazon Talk on CSHR Radio, everybody.
oh, hold on.
Well,
You
Amazon every day
got
is fun.
room and nerve. I've been sitting here having a freestyle show tonight. So it's however he came on the flow.
I don't even have Amazon delivery trucks in my area. All my shit gets delivered by dusty ass UPS.
And mine gets delivered by UPS or Canada Post.
Oh,
That's like the
dang.
USPS us. But yeah, UPS is like our provider. When you send stuff back, it always goes through UPS. And that's what we use for World
No,
Ship.
it gets
goes
delivered
site.
to my door by UPS or to my post office by Canada Post. One of the
Same,
two.
UPS. It's dusty as fuck as they drive down like 40 miles of dirty ass gravel roads before they bring anything to my house.
And that's what Max has to go through on his route. Like,
So listen, if you think that you be upset about that, bruh, I promise you, your driver, more than likely, your stop is probably one that he passes like 4 or 5 times and he's always mad. Like, why is this route set like this? Why don't I do this house now?
Probably they drive by my house like 7 times a day.
Oh yeah, so listen.
I'm right off the highway. I'm right off the fucking highway. I'm like, are you serious?
Listen, you think you be mad? I promise you that driver be heated.
I straight up cancel my orders. I cancel my orders when that shit says United States Postal Service. I cancel. I'm not buying from you. Sorry.
When I pass the same quarter like 2 or 3 times, I start real live talking hella crap to the camera. I ain't even gonna lie. I start cussing the camera out like, why? Why y'all got me looking retarded running like this?
yeah, what's the point of this friggin' the yellow sale labels on the packages and stuff? Like, it's in order. Why is it not like, if I'm right here, shouldn't I just go drop it off right here? Like,
No, but you got to drive 30 miles the opposite direction, drop off, and then come drop off my $1,700 order.
and say your mother's maiden name backwards 5 times.
Exactly, right? Like, where's my shit?
I called and yelled at Canada Post because I got a notification that delivery had been attempted on July 4th, and they weren't going to attempt delivery again until July 7th.
No.
And I was mad because they drove it all the way out there, didn't leave it at the post office, and brought it all the way back to Edmonton.
I've had motherfuckers bring my packages to me that live like 4 miles away. They're like, hey, this got dropped off at my gate. I'm like, what?
Oh, so
I'm like, and
listen.
it wasn't something that I wanted dropped off at somebody's house. If they had opened the package, they'd had some issues. Like, what are you guys doing? I need a shipping service that delivers my shit to where it needs to go. It was wild. Had to look at this dude and peek and like the next parent teacher fucking conferences. Like, yeah, you just fucking drove like 40 pounds of dirt to my house.
I'm weak. I'm weak.
Wait a second. Was that 40 pounds of dirt from Amazon?
No, it was from a weed shop that sells on Amazon.
Okay, but
It was a direct purchase, not through an Amazon.
I wish I would go to load up and somebody that ordered bags of 40-pound bags of dirt.
You gonna be
I
mad,
would be,
bro. Them
no, I'm
little
not.
ass gonna be
Listen,
struggling.
nope. Listen, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep it $1.50 with you.
You're
So
gonna do exactly what my driver did and drop that shit off elsewhere.
nope. I'm gonna get off. Listen, what I'm gonna do is I got a sneaky way to reject things that we ain't playing this. So listen, when I'm loading up them carts in the morning, I'm gonna purposely position that bag so that when I engage the brake on that cart, it ends up slicing that bag. When I get down to that bag, I'm gonna go get a yard marshal. Hey, yo, this bag is damaged. I'm not delivering this.
go
And they
back to
gonna take it
RTS.
off.
Check this out.
I'm
You got a
okay.
different understanding of dirt than I do.
Yeah, knowing Max, he would actually do something like that.
I know he would. That motherfucker was mad as fuck when he was stranded when they shut his truck off. I told him they were gonna shut his truck off. He
He's
didn't
not
believe me.
shutting it off on me. I don't know what happened.
No, they did. They shut that shit off. God damn it, they did.
Huh.
It was like 2 weeks after the fact. They heard it on Google and said, "Yep, we're gonna shut his truck off. See how he reacts."
Listen, I wasn't nowhere near as steamed as I was the day I got that truck stuck in the mud. Oh, I was so sick.
Was that the gas
I
or was
had
that the EDV?
Man, I had an EDV stuck in the mud all the way up to like the step landing, the step like coming in the side that side door.
Don't
It's
feel
actually
bad.
pretty impressive.
I had the wheels buried.
Don't feel bad. The National Guard turns down my dead end road at least twice a year.
National
And I'm like,
Guard ain't gonna
wow.
save. He got to call his DSP's tow company. Like, yo, I got stuck. Like,
Oh man, listen, they
get
was
arrested.
not playing when they said Michigan lawns are like wet frosted flakes. They are not playing. You sink right.
I ended up in Michigan once. I took the wrong turn leaving South Bend one time. I was like, did that sign just say you're entering Michigan? I'm trying to go back to Kansas. I'm going the wrong way.
All right, I think you have to go, you guys. So I'm gonna dip out on you. Bye.
Well, have a lovely evening.
All right,
Have a good
nice to see
evening.
you.
Harsh, how
Yeah.
you just gonna come and be silent and not talk and join the party that you started?
You guys are just in such a good mood.
Because
But what I will,
he needs to start working for Amazon. That's it.
you're right. What I will say about that trip to South Bend, that is very confusing. Like, I don't blame Hoey for taking the wrong turn to Michigan. Especially on the Indiana roads, you could be like it. You could drive through the entire state of Indiana like 2 hours,
Top to bottom.
yeah, left to right.
I'm a simple Negro, so when I take long trips like that, like I do things like just stay on the turnpike. I'm just gonna
That's how I
stay
ended
on
up
the
in Michigan.
turnpike.
It said, take this road. I said, okay, cool.
Yeah,
And it's
Oh,
like
so
dark. I just watched Notre Dame kick the shit out of Michigan in a fucking monsoon. It's 2008. I'm like
Bunch of angry
on the lot. I'm like hired and fucked just on adrenaline watching that fucking shit and living through the monsoon. And I'm like, why in the fuck are we here? Like, I'm not from Indiana. My family's from Indiana. That's how I got the tickets. But it was
should be
wild.
This is Indiana. Sorry for being in your way. Like,
That's pretty much it. I mean, Indiana's nothing but bikers and races.
and half of them probably still store data on this.
yeah, they actually
A
do.
fucking floppy disk.
It is
Oh my
2.5 inch.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they don't call it the crossroads of America for no reason. So
You just cross roads through there. You don't stop.
Yeah, that's the plan.
I live in a flyover state. You don't even want to drive through here.
All three of you. Yeah, I call Chicago the armpit of the Midwest. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I call it Chirac. I remember in 1994, back from Germany on vacation with a child. We went to a game in Wrigley Field. My dad, my uncle, me, and my brother. We actually needed gas, so they pulled in, and we ended up stopping on the south side of Chicago, like blocks from the White Sox Stadium. And there was literally cages on the windows up to like the fourth floor.
Like, no, in those days, that was a crazy area.
It was
that
what
area
in the fuck is going on?
No,
my dad and my uncle got out of the car, and they said, "Do not unlock the fucking car doors until we come back." And they went and prepaid for gas. Yeah. That was amazing in 1994. That was like normal now.
No, in the 90s it was nuts when that was the case. In the 90s, that area was crazy. Now it's like a little more gentrified. It's kind of a ghost town more than a hood. But yeah, back then though, it was nuts.
Down in Inglewood and have people like walking up to your car.
And a quick break in the action for those of you listening on the radio. We've hit that hour time frame, but don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Because there's a special after party that's going to stay kicking off live on Facebook and YouTube. So go ahead. If you're listening on the radio, join the party on Facebook and YouTube.
Am I joined?
Yeah, no.
I was also just not invited.
No. It's this right here. It's the stream going on. Yeah.
Obviously,
I was catching on that way. I can like minimize how many beeps Scott ended up hearing.
Well, people need to know how useless Indiana is.
No, but
I got the radio part off now. That way,
all right, good. So I can say fuck.
Yeah, Englewood and the crazy. Yeah, you can say fuck, shit, all of them.
I'm crying. Well, I'm going to say Max is going to get some food now because I am hungry. Waiting on you, dude.
Yeah, Max been waiting all night for Harsh.
I know. I'm such a pest.
You're good, but no, not pest. I'm just fucking joking.
We had a debate in the chat earlier about how is Indian time worse than Black people time?
No, that's just different. No, well, I mean, technically it is 8 in the morning over there. So, but no, it was just a crazy day. I'm not even gonna get into that.
Yeah,
that is for outside the feed. Let's just leave it at that.
It happens
outside social media, outside of the live stream. No, but yeah, anyway, Chicago, when it comes to the crazy hundreds and maybe Inglewood or 35th in California, that's when you get the crazies for 79th and Halstead. Yeah. That's when it's nuts. But now it's like, despite what a lot of the media says, it's really not as bad as they make it out to be. But
if you actually go into there, it kind of is. I mean, somebody who's had their car break down there twice in the past 2 months. Yeah, kind of isn't. But you just gotta be, I'm just an innocent little white boy. That's it.
Right.
Like, you gotta play that card.
You don't appear to be little.
Like, is that a beeper on your pants? I'm like, yeah. Hey, can I get some? I'm like, no, that's not a good way to start a conversation to ask for money.
You walking around with a beeper in 2024?
I showed you all that from Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah. He walks around with his Amazon beeper. There you go.
Amazon beeper. He's selling yayo.
Yeah.
Well, we're not getting into that. No. Things I have to do while I'm off work to get money is not
No, David. That's not allowed. That's how you lose your position in both companies.
I didn't admit to anything.
That's how you get fired without knowing you got fired. You got to get new badges.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, Herschel let me know.
Yeah, I will. But yeah, I mean, it's just nuts, like how the media hypes up, like what's wrong with this city or that city. Well, I say a lot. Is it more violent than it was like 5, 6, 10 years ago? Perhaps, but is it as crazy as it was in the 70s, 80s, and 90s? Absolutely not.
Here's
Like,
the thing, though, are there more shootings? Well, yeah, there were like twice as much people, so of course there were going to be more shootings. Like, how could that not? It's a trend. Like, you can't.
Chicago is known as Chirac.
yeah, a lot of that's the media, though. I don't know. Some of that is based on facts. Some of it's based on the media. It's like
the media blows everything up, especially the media today. It's complete fucking garbage.
right.
Like everything they're spitting right now. I myself am not a very political person, and have spent the last like 5 days trying to explain to people about this Agenda 2025 shit and how it's them whitewashing, trying to turn the fucking page on the fact that Joe Biden has Parkinson's.
Yeah, the Project 2025 stuff, like the hype behind it is like retarded. It's like, okay, what is the big deal about it? That's been their plan for years. Big whoop. Like,
It's a think tank.
what else is new? Like, that's not a thing.
Let's see the think tank from the left.
Right.
It's Marxism.
One, there's that, and two, more importantly, a lot of it is just overhyped nonsense. I'm more worried about Agenda 2025 than Project 2025. That's what I'm worried. I'm not worried about Project 2025. That's just business as usual. That's just if you win, you get to do what you want. You defeat checks and balances, you control everything. Cool. Compared to like the stuff that you really need to worry about, no one even pays attention to. But going back to the cities, it's like the majority of violence in Chicago happens on 3 roads.
Yeah.
After that, you're fine. So it's the whole thing is just
that's just the them spinning. It's 3 roads. You got that much violence on 3 roads, though.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
Yeah, I mean that's not good, but it's mostly concentrated on 3 roads.
I mean, it's the same way it is in Kansas City. That's the same way it is down in Wichita. There's just a section of town that you can't control.
Right.
Because they don't want to be controlled. They're just going to do their trafficking. They're going to sell their drugs. They're going to kill each other. That's what they do.
A lot of it is what do you call it? A lot of it is multifaceted. I mean, yeah, people are, criminals are going to be criminals, but at the same time, law enforcement in the cities aren't always like worried about preventing crime as much as they're worried about containing it. In certain areas. Right.
Have it happen in one area. So
right. It's like it's better over here. Right. It's like, if the crime is funneled in like, 3 areas instead of spread throughout the city, what's better for the city? I mean, that's just how that goes.
Just go out and get people who don't deserve it and fucking nail them.
Yeah. But the crazy thing is though, but the way law enforcement's been in Chicago and New York, it's like sometimes they'll arrest people and they won't even charge them. It was crazy. I was talking to a friend of mine who's a defense attorney. He's like, Harsh, you don't understand how crazy the city's become. They'll arrest people and not even charge them for like remedy and protest. They'll just let them go. And he was telling me, like emphasizing that I'm a defense attorney. I get paid to bail them out and represent them in court. If they're not being charged, I'm not making money off of it. And it's a problem because if I'm complaining about it as a defense attorney, that the guy who was talking to me about it, then it's a problem because my job's to fight the charges and get them off. But if they're not being charged, that's even crazier. And I was like, damn, I didn't know it was that messed up. So I don't know.
How did you not?
Yeah. And when a defense attorney's, wondering what the heck's wrong with the system, it's a problem.
It's national news for the last like 3 years. They catch and release.
Right.
In the recent
and these catch and release people go out and get arrested like 3-4 times a night.
That's just weird. And New York's even worse because
I wasn't talking about Chicago. I was talking about other liberal cities in America.
I know, but I'm saying New York's even worse because they have it now where if you beat now it's like if you have illegal immigrants beating up police officers, and the police aren't even charging them. It's like, what?
Yeah, they're smiling as they get released. You ain't touching me.
I mean, that's the insane part.
It's called a controlled chaos.
Yeah.
It's called
It becomes all the way back to everything that's happened over the last 6 years. Complete and utter destruction of the United States. That's what they want. They want to break the system so they can control everything. And they're not gonna.
justice system is
It's gonna be a very interesting swing this November.
well, it's a little too late for me, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, all I know is that whatever happens is just the thing. The only thing I'll say is the things that you actually have to worry about are the things that won't be mentioned, and the things that are being mentioned are the things that are just distractions.
Yeah, they're just talking points, trying to blind the eyes.
I mean,
There's either going to be an event or they're going to create a mass hysteria to stop it. There's nothing else that they can do. I mean,
I remember people freaking out about the president having qualified immunity. And I'm like, what is the big deal about this? They just said the quiet part out loud.
they didn't even say that. They said, yes, a president, while acting as a president, doing presidential acts, is
Right.
immune. They didn't say
Exactly.
anybody independently was immune. They kicked all the Trump shit back down to the fucking lower circuits.
Right. But what I'm
And
saying,
everybody's flipping out about it.
right, that's what I don't understand. It's like, that's business as usual. You know, it's not like some of these presidents committing war crimes. It's not like they got sent to the hog. It's not like they were tried at the hog and they got, and they
No.
went to jail. No, nothing happened. Nothing happened to them.
The outcry that you're seeing right now is because the average American has realized that they have weaponized the justice system against Donald Trump since 2014. We've all seen all the Russia propaganda that's
Yeah.
been proven false. We
Right.
still have Jill Biden and Joe Biden, the president and first lady, at campaigns, at live rallies, talking about shit that's been debunked. Like,
Yeah.
are you still running on false information? That's
Yeah.
how misconstrued this country is right now.
Yeah. Well,
It's sad.
it's sad, but that's what happens when the actual foreign influence on our politics we can't even talk about without getting censored.
Well, exactly, because it's China rigging our fucking elections.
Well, I was saying a country with 6 letters in its name, not 5.
oh yeah,
Israel.
Yeah, Israel's a problem.
Yeah.
And the shit that's going on over there right now is just a shadow war. Like, there's a lot of people dying, and I feel bad for that. But that's what happens at war. And all those people over there need to just stop because they've been at war with each other since before any of our grandparents were born.
Yeah.
Ideally, they would have respected the 67 borders and at least came to a compromise, but that's
But they flew in fucking parasails on a fucking festival and just started murdering people.
Yeah, that's how
I mean,
Mossad
it's probably a
operates.
psyop too.
Yeah, that's how Mossad operates. So
Yeah, that's why they should have just fucking nuked the fucking Middle East in the fucking 80s and called it good.
yeah, yeah. Well, I think
I know it's not. That's not a very good global perception
No,
to have.
I just think there would have been a lot of backlash with that. So
Yeah, well, you know what? Look how much backlash we've had for the last fucking 23 years since 9/11.
yeah, but it would have been worse if that happened in the 80s. Let's just say that.
We like to persecute Jews, Muslims, and Frank Lubeck.
Persecute them all. Let them gods judge them. Fuck them.
Dave Miller. Don't forget Dave Miller. Got to persecute his ass too.
Poor Dave Miller. All right. On that note, we are at the 1 hour and 14-minute mark.
And you're still 35 minutes short of your hour, Harsh.
Yeah, right.
Not according to the StreamYard account. Anyway.
Later.
All right. Any final words before we sign out?
Yeah, the justice system is messed up, and there's no way I don't think we can right now go ahead and get it back in line. It's just a gradual thing that takes time, and it sucks.
It does. It really sucks.
A person like me doesn't deserve to sit behind bars for 2 to 3 years, and it's gonna happen. And it's just, I could shoot you in the face and like walk out get bonded out, and like I don't have to serve that much time. Like that's wrong. It's stupid for something I
Yeah.
didn't do. But criminal justice system is messed up. But we have Harsh here, and he's going to cook us all Indian food.
Maybe later. And on that note, this has been another edition of. It depends if people like Hoey can eat spicy food. Anyway,
No, I can't.
That would be a fun experiment.
oh yeah. See, Hoey, just when I think stereotypes aren't true, you just bring them to life. And on that note, this has been another edition of the Harsh Reality. We thank you all for joining us on this rainy Tuesday night. This is Harsh Med. Sign out. I love you. The
Love
life
you,
is
Jim.
harsh. Yeah. Life is harsh, so live it and take care. Have a great rest of your beautiful
Wednesday morning now. Oh no, not yet.
Tuesday night. It's beautiful
Got that
rainy
one, yeah.
Tuesday night. All right.